good morning, 8:23 here at WBSM. We are joined by Tim Weisberg this morning. Tim, the host of Spooky Southcoast every Saturday night, 10 to midnight on WBSM. Good morning, Tim.
Hey, good morning, Pete. How are you?
You're just back from Cleveland covering the Celtics, right?
Not hardly, but I was at opening night, and that was a lot of fun. Not so much fun the way last night ended.
Yeah. Well, that must have been wild at opening night. I mean, did it really feel like a playoff game?
It really did. I mean, when I walked into the building and I saw the sea of green already in the North Station garage, I knew this was going to be a little bit more than just a regular season opener.
Yeah. And how about everybody booing LeBron, huh?
No, I think he's used to that now when it comes to Boston.
Right.
So Tim is the host of Spooky Southcoast. How many years have you guys been on?
We've been on since January of 2006, so we're about to enter our 5th year this January.
Wow. And you've got a brand new book out. It's called Ghosts of the Southcoast. I hear it's selling really well. Has that surprised you?
Actually, it has. I mean, I knew that our local audience would be interested in it. I didn't realize that people from all over the country and even all over the world would be looking to get their hands on a copy because for some reason they're fascinated with the ghosts we have here on the South Coast.
What do you think? Is there a difference between our ghosts and what people write about and what we see on TV?
Well, I think with our ghosts, for one thing, they're older and they're more historical in terms of where they're coming from. The locations are a lot cooler than a house that was built 25 years ago and is haunted by the guy who might have died in the construction.
Right.
To know that you can actually touch history here with the paranormal, that interests a lot of people. And another thing is we almost can piece together the puzzle and figure out not only the common traits amongst our ghosts, but why this area is so haunted.
Tim, what places did you visit in the book?
Well, we talked about mostly public places because I didn't want private residents that had shared with us their paranormal activity to have it plastered all over the world. So I went to a lot of the different public places, the Millicent Library in Fairhaven, the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast, of course, in Fall River, the Wamsutta Club in New Bedford, the Quikasham Club in Fall River. So these are all places that people can actually, through either membership or just visiting, can check out the ghosts for themselves.
Now, what happens, say, at the Millicent Library? What have people experienced there?
The legend, as it goes, is that Millicent Rogers was actually buried in the foundation of the library after she passed away at the age of 19. And, of course, everybody in Fairhaven disputes that. But still, I go back to the mysterious Cornerstone Cemetery they had ceremony they had at 6 o'clock in the morning with only the family and a clergyman present, and nobody else was there when it happened. So that always makes me a little suspicious. And then, of course, her spirit is seen wandering through the hallways. And there's also stories of a janitor who had passed away that worked there who was said to still be seen.
Now, Tim, did you also do was it Faring Tavern in Wareham?
Absolutely, hands down, my second favorite haunt in the South Coast. I'll always have a soft spot for Lizzie Borden's because, they push me around, throw me against walls there. But
right.
The Fearing Tavern is so, the ghosts there are so historical. Like when we're getting electronic voice phenomena, which is imprinted voices on tape that we believe to be those of spirits, we have them telling us about the American Revolution, saying how they're loyal to the crown. We had a little girl asking us if we wanted to play dress-up. And what it might be the creepiest thing I've ever heard, we actually got the voice of somebody admitting to committing murder.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, and the place is right near the old company store, and Tremont Nail Factory, just steeped in history in the town of Wareham.
Now, you're going to be at the old company store Saturday, correct?
Yep, from 1 to 5 p.m., signing copies of Ghosts of the South Coast, and hopefully people will come down and, I want you to buy the book, but I also want you to come down and share with me your South Coast ghost stories.
And quickly here, are you on TV tonight with this Lizzie Borden episode of Ghost Lab?
I did go and film at the Lizzie Borden house. I think it was in May that they came to actually film it. And myself and co-host Matt Moniz, we spent quite a bit of time in the Ghost Lab itself, sharing some of the evidence that we've caught both ourselves and with groups such as Whaling City Ghosts out of New Bedford. And we hopefully will make the cut. I mean, they did talk to me in quite a bit of different locations there, so hopefully we'll make the cut and people will get to see our evidence because what Luann from Whaling City Ghost captured, we believe, is the voice of Lizzie Borden. It has to be heard.
Wow. What time is that on tonight? Do you know? Is it 9? Or?
It'll be on 10 p.m. on the Discovery Channel.
10 p.m. Tim Weisberg, the host of Spooky South Coast, on Saturday nights at 10 here at WBSM. His new book is Ghosts of the South Coast. Available, Baker Books. They have copies of the book. Also, the Old Company Store. He'll be there Saturday from 1 to 5 signing copies. Tim, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Have a great day. 8:29 here at WBSM.